on trading, or it doesn't have that much knowledge, Fibs are, Fibonacci tools are your best friends, because I'll show you the 4-hour retracement, as you can see here, and we showed support where? In the best area possible, which is a retracement from the pump to all-time high on the 0.78% of the Fibonacci retracement tool. So it was obvious that on this area we were going to have a retracement. Now, why, like I said yesterday, even though that this was a critical area, why I didn't long and right on the when we hit, on why it was so important for me for everyone to not to try to long the falling knife, because it's all connected on how the market's been behaving since we reached all-time high, and all the economic data and the sentiment that I'm going to show you right now. We always retrace when we do an all-time high, but this retracement that started here, the 19th, as you can see, boom, 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 it's not a controlled retracement to find some liquidity to, react and keep going high. As you can see here, this was some, slowly retracement that you could see and understand that is okay. They are searching for liquidity, but here this is a sell-off. Okay, all this is a sell-off, as you can see right here. All-time high, sell-off. All-time high, boom, sell-off. Now, why this is happening? Well, because the sentiment on the market has changed a bit. First of all AI stocks, which is mainly what is driving, sorry, NQ and equities right now, are being considered by most of the investors that they are way overvalued. So that's why you're currently seeing sells after sells after sells until market finds a price that is comfortable with. So that's why the sell-off started, in my opinion. Second, and most important, is that now the market has lowered its expectations for a 25 points basis cut on interest rates in the next FOMC meeting on September. From they were they were sure by almost 100% that they are going to be a cut, and now their expectations are lowering to 75% or 50%. So sentiment is changing, and the FOMC minutes from yesterday actually gave the notion that the Fed is not in a hurry to cut rates. And they're saying that they shouldn't be above the neutral zone, which is the current zone we are right now. So sentiment from a rate cut is decreasing. Therefore, people will be more risk off than risk on. So that's why we were seeing these dumps in the last few days. And of course, we have the symposium tomorrow. We had the job claims today. It came a little bit higher than market expected, not much, but still not good data. We have the PMI in 25 minutes, 50 minutes of the market. So that's going to be another economic data release. So I think that the market's not ready to make a mega pump and bounce here and start to going up again to all-time high. I really don't think that we're going to make that change in the trend. I think that maybe we're going to consolidate here until they get more direction from the Fed and economic data. But if I had to guess, I think that we are going to keep heading lower all the week. And maybe tomorrow on the symposium, we have some sort of catalyst, but I doubt it. But I think that we are going to keep going lower. Let me let me say you something here. Okay, so Nvidia, Tesla, all the stock are trading on pre-market to the downside already. And on the graphics, they show that they are failing to make new higher highs or break the trend, or even Nvidia yesterday tried to erase all the pump. It managed to stay above for a few hours, but actually today at pre-market, it started to dump heavy already. So I think that we are going to see some more downside on stocks as well. That is going to correlate with Nasdaq going down. Uh, Now we are seeing some reaction on the 30-minute on the S&P. It made a lower low from yesterday's, uh, not a lower low from yesterday's low. I'm talking in the smaller downtrend time frame. So right now, from yesterday's close price, it's going back down again. It touched support from yesterday's pump after the dump, and is starting to slowly climb back up, but I'm not seeing heavy pump yet for it to say, okay, this is the support area, we're going to keep going. So I'm going back to Nasdaq. Let's go to the 30-minute. It's my bread and butter. As you can see, I have marked areas here, which is the retracement from the dump, most important zones, and we have the current lows and the mega low from the pump to all-time high. Right now, this keeps looking to me downtrend. We can see that after every pump, we haven't been able to break up and settle there or consolidate there to make a move to back up. We have only dumping, consolidate, dumping. We try to get back up. We try to consolidate. We fail because we never broke back up 400, and now it's failing and it's going back down again to find whatever support it can find. My opinion is that I don't think we are going to be able to break 300 to 400 area today. I think that maybe it wants to retest PMO and then go back down, but I'm more inclined to think that we're going to go a little bit up and then we're going to retest. I think that's going to try to retest yesterday's lows to see what. But if it does goes up, this area right here, the 400 area, without a news catalyst, is going to be a very, very tough area to break. So unless some big news comes off today, out of nowhere, I do not think that we're going to be able to sustain a break. We may be able to go above here to PMO, retest that, see what Yanks are trying to do. Maybe they do it to fill their short positions up here, the daily short positions, and then we have a nice dump to the lows. But there's nothing out there right now that is telling me that market is going to go up because, like Dude has been saying all week, there are any news or catalyst to sustain the pump. So this is what I'm seeing right now. What I'm going to do today is a very skeptical day because we have news 15 minutes after it opens. So I'm going to wait after the news release because we could open and start dumping and go like this, and 15 minutes news comes and it suddenly jumps, screws you, and then comes back down. So I would be patient and wait for the news release, because another thing that could happen, we could go a little bit up, start going down, 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 and you think this area is going to show at least some support or something, and then boom, the news comes out, which it is bad, and you get a catalyst to the downside. And if this area breaks, if we break 2300, it's almost a guarantee, in my opinion, for 22,800. So I suggest to all, let's wait. Yesterday, we had a mega dump from open, and we waited out, we waited out, we waited out, we let market do its thing, and suddenly it built a nice support area, and we ended up 2 hours after market open, we ended up longing the support zone, and we ended up having a long of 200 points. So like I always say, wait it out, wait it out. Don't try to catch a falling knife. Don't try FOMO, a big green dildo to the upside. just wait for your areas, mark them in your chart and wait. And if you get you missed the trade, then you miss it. Wait for the next day. You don't have the obligation to trade every single day, but just don't FOMO. And please, guys, please, just because something is falling, it doesn't mean that it's going to stop falling and bounce. Okay. Yesterday, I don't know for a fact because I'm not in every one of you's everyone's head, but I'm sure that everybody tried to long at some point, some bounce, and maybe got out quickly at BE or something. But if you really try to long, you would have been cooked because it just kept going and going and going. So please, because it's falling, doesn't mean that it's going to bounce after 100 points or 50 points or because the new hour is opening or whatever. Okay, so don't catch the falling knife. And if it goes up like crazy, it doesn't mean that it's also going to stop and reverse quickly. When you have massive, massive candles like yesterday, either direction, which I told everyone that they are called F candles, you just weigh them out. You do not enter on F candles because you are going to get obliterated by the volatility. So let it ride out, let it sell, wait for support or resistance to form, and then you execute. Okay, so let the market speak to you. There is no rush. You have all day to wait for the trade, like our man Pedro does every single week. He just waits for his levels and see how market reacts when those levels are hit, and then when he gets confirmation, he goes inside the trade. He doesn't look to ride the first wave, and everybody should do the same. The first wave is only there to show you what the market wants to do and give you the direction afterwards. The first wave is just to give you your future entry. It's not for you to write it out unless you've been waiting for that wave and you had a short from above or a long from below and you studied it and you aim for that. But if you're not in a trade and you're not in a position and the wave started like crazy, do not follow it. Let it go. Okay. I'm not talking about my M30 strategy to the breakdown or to the breakups. Okay. This was when we get this major events like a big dump or a big pump. Don't try to follow it. Dude, what do you think, brother? Yeah. 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 Suddenly. Yeah. My VWAP is on 23,300. The only level I use on VWAP. But like I said, it could easily go to retest PMO or the London, the Asia highs, and then reverse. I think so. That is a possibility as well as going to the downside to the lows. But I'm going to wait after it goes. Yeah, you see. Okay. I don't know if you guys were watching the chart just as we open, but if this was a normal day, I would have played my M30 strategy to the short side because it opened, it tried to go up. If you're seeing my chart right now, it tried to go up, failed to reach this high, and then started going back down. So when it does that, you short and you look for the structure levels where to exit. So in this case, you will have short once it did that and starts coming back down, you can short and you will have gone with a nice 35 to 40 point short. Why? Because here in the 23,200, we have shown support. So you would have aimed there as a TP. since we're getting news in 15 minutes, I'm not touching this. Not today, not the open. I'm just gonna wait it out because yesterday I waited out with Dude for 2 hours and he came up with a banger long. So now I know. Yeah. Yeah. And also yesterday's pump after the low and the 223, 200 support, as you can see, it's a 50% retracement on the fib. So it was a nice area to long, no doubt, for a quick sell. Yeah. 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 If I would have, yeah, if I would have be ready to market open long this, sorry, trade this, as like I said, I showed you before the short, and now I would have longed the 20 261 area. Why? Because it went down, failed, and then it got smoked back up. So I would have long area with low size, like 23 261 would be my entry, and my SL will be somewhere around 210 to 20, and I would be aiming for, yeah, 312, not PMO. But again, why I'm not doing it? Because I think market is gonna, test the waters first a little bit, see what everyone's up to, wait for news. And yesterday we had a big dump, so it can also be a very rangy day today. Market just consolidating and figuring out what to do. So I'm still flat, and I will remain so for a little while. How about you, dude? Yeah, yeah, see, exactly, totally, exactly. Yo, CMAT, what happened? You went jump off the gun and you got burned? I'm reading the chat and I'm reading you got burned. What happened? You opened a position on open, market open? Ah, sucks, bro. You tried to catch the bounce yesterday. So right now, you can see it's wrecking both sides because it didn't sustain the short and it didn't sustain the long. So it's eating up both sides that were aiming for a move right at open. So market is waiting for something. The first one that gives in and is going to make a move, hopefully.
1 minute.
Yeah, that's right. My PMO, yeah, my PMO sits between 332 and 345. Yeah, that's my area for PMO. And the absolute area that it must break is 370, 375. No, break, retest, and maybe you will get along. But this could be easily a pump to sweep, Asia high or sweep PMO, and then you get a continuation down. But I'm watching Nvidia is making a huge pump. Tesla is making a huge pump. And the S&P is basic. Yeah. Why you thought everyone was pissed? Who thought, yo, Ota Perez, why you thought you were pissed?
He wants to know what PMO means. So that's all he's trying to say.
Okay. Wait. Dude is telling you 1:30 p.m. because it's AM because it's on his time frame. Okay. For me, PMO is
Mhm.
the range from the first 30 minutes of the midnight open, and I always do that on UTC 0, which is what everything is based off. So because of the time difference, dude is telling you 1 a.m. or in my case it would be like 11 p.m. because I'm way behind you guys. Way depends on where you are. Okay, but so it's not 1:30 p.m. for everyone. So just I wanted to make that clear. Go ahead, dude.
What section are you talking about? Like London or
Yeah, dude is talking New York time. I'm always using UTC for my areas, So in dude is telling you, yeah, yeah. But I think so too. And S&P is lagging more than Nasdaq a little bit. It's showing more resistance than Nasdaq. So coming back to PMO, dude is telling you 1:30 Eastern time. That's where he marks it. I do the same because UTC it's the same time as dude, but the only difference between dude and me is that I use from 1 a.m. Eastern time from dude to 1:30 a.m. I use the 30-minute range, and that's what I use as my PMO range. It's
Mm.
actually the same time for everyone. Yeah. And you know why? You know why it's important? Like, you know why you see it as very important and why it's critical to market in that hour? Do you know actually? Because the big boys, the heavy institutions, their time frame for actually setting their trades and their game plan, it's always from 0 UTC to 12 p.m. UTC. And usually it's in the first 6 hours. So during the night, for most of us, except for some of you that live on the other side of the world, during our night is where institutions set their place. So that is why actually PMO is always so critical because it's an institution level. So that's why you always get reactions either to one side or the other because it is 100% an institutional level. Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Mess S&P is lagging. Nvidia got rejected at the same highs earlier this morning. Tesla the same. So clearly the market is just waiting mode. Yeah, I'm gonna. PMI. Yeah, it is the PMI. So exactly, guys. Always remember when you have a news catalyst, 99% of the time, the first move
Thanks.
is the wrong.
Hmm.
1 minute. Hey, everyone has its own stuff. Whatever works for you, works for you.
I just read price action and just read the chart. You know, you don't even need one indicator or a fib or anything,
Yeah,
you know?
I I usually don't use anything but candles. I just
Yeah.
use levels. I use levels for high importance, H4 levels only. But for day trading, for the inside day, I just use candles.
Yeah.
Let's see what
Well,
we get.
it kind of sucks because we're stuck within the range of yesterday's big down move. So, we didn't really reach any supply that today, like or in the overnight hours, you know. So if we're range bound today, we have to play this little range from pretty much the close of yesterday, like the bottom of the close from yesterday and then the top of the overnight hours. We need to see some market structure, but I'm not really seeing anything. I took a long off of a 15-minute zone that was created before market closed yesterday, and I just took profits at one and a
Okay,
half to
guys.
one.
Sorry, Ronnie. News came out. It came a lot higher than expected, and market is reacting to the downside. So, what does this actually means? PMI above 50 is bullish for the US
Mhm.
dollar. It's generally bullish because it means that the manufacturing is expanding, which means that you get a little bit more consumers because if they manufacture more, it's because people are buying, which means it's good for the economy, which it means it's good for the dollar. Now, why are they reacting to the downside? I think it's just to maybe pair their moves, to maybe go up, sweep the lows, and then go up. But like I said, no news at all that correlates with some form of rate cut. So unless, and I've been saying this for a while now, unless we get a peace deal or unless we get a rate cut, I don't see us making mega moves to the upside deal.
Mhm.
Dude, You there? Yeah, yeah. The news is not bad, actually, if you're going to interpret in some way. It's giving room to the Fed to, okay, let's cut rates because economy is doing well, everything is expanding, CPI came good, PPI, not so much, but it gives some room to the Fed to, have the option to cut the rates. Right. And I think that the market doesn't want to bet on that too fast. I think that they want more. They want more from the Fed. But, yeah, yeah, I can still see us stuck in the middle. So for me, I'm flat. Sorry, what? Yeah, yeah. Remember that they usually use news to fill their entries. So they could use this bullish news to, sweep the high and they dump on you. Okay, so don't think that just because they go out to our area of PMO or Asia high, that's going to keep going. If somebody longs, I wouldn't aim for anything above 370, or at least at 370, I will take 70% of my position away because yeah, because I think that is a very big area where you're gonna definitely gonna have a fight. It's a shit ton of points.
Wow. I was long. I had a limit order 179.25. So I'm in with two micros, and I don't know. I'll have to look at my trade because I closed one right away. So, like, I just love it. It was 3 minute zone, 3 minute zone. I think I shared it with you guys yesterday. So, yeah. You have to have.
Order filled.
5 minutes, it shows a nice little
Mhm.
continuation. But we need to
Perfect.
break 280. If we break 280, I think it's clear skies to 340.
I think it's clear to about the 413 area if we can break that.
Yeah.
So
If
let's see. Let's see what happens. This is fun.
yeah, we just wait. Also, guys, we could range all day, yeah, because after yesterday move and considering what happens tomorrow, market could just wait it out all day.
Right.
I'm still seeing I'm still seeing resistance in the 280 area, so they need to break that one. Good news is now I think that either way, if we break 290, we go to 370 or 400, and if we break 170, we go to 2300. So I think that we have our nice levels to watch out for right now. So break and retest of any of those levels, and you get your confirmation to go either way.
Mm.
But right now, I think
I am looking at this right now, and I have a target for a short at 287.
Order filled.
And
What?
I didn't
What's
take
your target?
it. That's the fib. That's the 50% fib. So that was at 287. Um, and I was expecting it to hit the 287 and go down for the rest of the day. That's what my Fibonacci and my Elliott wave is showing me.
Okay.
It's exactly that's what I was reading in pre-market. I think that we are going to keep going down. I didn't bet on going down hard as we did yesterday, but I think that it was going to be a little grind down, keep going down all day. But stocks, well, Tesla is being rejected hard. The holding Nvidia is, yeah, in the middle.
Yeah, it lined
S&P,
up perfectly last night with the highs. At
yeah,
this high, it hit it 3 times. So because of that, it gives a great ABC correction to come down. And now we're just playing with, the down movement of retracing up and down. But the fact that
there
it
we go.
hit this high is giving me a good idea we're going down for the rest of the day.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking the same. And if I have been trading this, my M30 would have been short all day because
Yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
move failed at open and then it came down. So I would be short. But it's one of those days that you just gotta wait it out.
Yes.
No trading is not losing, which is also winning.
Absolutely.
Order filled.
I am super stoked that we have a lot of you guys joining up today. A lot of people in the room. Stoked. Who's count? Let's see. Ibski. What did you? Nice. Hope you back that one. Yeah, we're stuck in the middle for now.
Yeah, we are. This is like a day where it's tough to take a trade. That's why I always set my 3-to-1 profits. I'm happy taking a 3-to-1 on every trade. I don't go. It's hard for me to go for like runners like you guys do. Like, do you know how you guys took that 200-point trade yesterday?
Yes.
That would have been psychologically difficult for me to carry on. So that's where I need to work on my psychology a little bit.
Yeah.
To
The thing that I liked about ad long or in particular those kind of trades
Thank you,
is
baby.
the fact invalidation is so close that you know exactly where to put your sell because it's really close to your entry point because you know if it goes there, then it's over. But the upside can be huge. So it's like what? Almost 8-to-1 favor ratio in favor. So that's why I take those kind of trades. I don't force myself not to take a trade because it's not showing me a sign of that it wants to hold support or like yesterday after that big dump that made you think twice about taking that long.
Mhm.
When invalidation is close, I take the chance because you're risking peanuts compared to what you stand to win. And I wait for those kind of trades. Those are the best ones. When your invalidation is tight and your TP is high, it's awesome. Now, yesterday could end up calling it a 200-point long. Now, did I follow all the 200 points? No way. Like I always say, after it reaches 50, 60 points, I start taking money out because see money, take money, pay yourself, don't be greedy. And I think that maybe I got to 100 points and I was completely out. Then dude kept writing the stuff all the way to the top. But I'm not a kind of guy that moves for, 100, 200 points because I usually go a little bit more size and I get out early. Pedro goes low size and goes for big moves. So it all depends on your style of trading. But if you just focus on your trades to at least be a 2-to-1 ratio always, and
Order
you only
filled.
need to be profitable 30% of the times, you're going to be, profitable at the end. You shorted? Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it, bro. The thing about it right now is that it's just ranging from 290 to 174. So for me, I need one of those two to break. In the middle, I don't like it so much. Let's see. Well, the S&P made a new low on the 30-minute. Yeah, it went to 375 and it bounced. Whoa, Nvidia's getting rejected hard. It smoked all the 30-minute candle. So yeah, no bueno for equities. I think we're going down hard, guys. I think we're going to break 175 and we're going to keep going down because stocks are getting rejected hard. So if you shorted the top and didn't got out yet, I would put my stop loss at B and just let it ride for a few more points down because it looks right now it wants more down than up. Oof, Tesla is getting heavy
Order
reject.
rejected.
Hey, who tried to use 50
Order
minutes?
filled.
Mhm. La, 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 la. If anybody wants to share its screens, please do it. So I'm not my.
Order filled.
It's awesome. Awesome. Oops. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Order
Break this
filled.
area. Break this area and die. Here we go.
Order
Let's
filled.
go. Die. Yeah.
Mm.
So far, 150. The week from yesterday at 150 made it bounce, but stocks are also.
I just want to say I took my demand zone again at 79 because the end of
Yeah.
the zone was 52. There's buyers there. So we're in a range, guys. Don't,
We are. Very,
I mean, right now I need price to give me more confirmations. But the second touch of my zone, which happened just right now, worked again. So I just be safe. But I got mom duties right now. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
yeah. Go ahead. Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah. It was the same point of the week of yesterday. See, same area. That was Yeah. Also, oh, yeah. Also, new hour just opened, so it could also be a move of just reacting to the new hour. We could also turn around or go back down. So we need to break 260 on this candle, I think, on the first, on this pump, to break 260 and keep going up, to have some confidence that it was market just looking for that liquidity, because I need that. I need market to tell me that it was just liquidity hunting and not trying to go back. Okay.
Let's talk about this, bro.
The S&P actually bounced harder than the Q. What?
Order filled.
Not mine. I'm flat as a mouse. Yeah.
Order filled.
Don't get stuck in the middle. Come on, show us something. Actually, the S&P bounced harder than Nasdaq, I think. Yeah. Yeah, totally. It bounced 100 points in 3 minutes.
Gonna
Sorry about that. So we're still just in a correction up. I'm still seeing a down move. Um, but we're playing in the range like the young lady said earlier. So we probably might try to come up to the 314 and then bounce off of that and come down if there's any movement for today. But I'm still biased to short until we break the overnight high.
Yeah. I was I wanted to Yeah, I was looking the same as her. Actually, my trade for the day was looking to enter a short around the 330 area, 340. But let's see if we get it. And again, why? I would short there because I think that we are on a downtrend for once. And I also think that it's a nice area to short, 330, 340, because the validation is super close. You can put the SL at 385 or 380 and you're done, because if it breaks that, it's going to keep going up. But see, it's failing to break the high from the 30-minute opening candle. New York Open. It's making equal highs almost, and it's gone already back down. So 290 is the area to break at the moment. Yeah, it's struggling. It is struggling up there.
Looking at that, the 5-minute chart, but I use VWAP and EMAs, and I have if it breaks above, it looks like 276 and closes above that, then I think we have continuation higher. Anybody?
Yeah, I think that for me is a little bit higher. I think that needs to break 290, but yeah, 276, 290 area is the barrier for now. I wanted to long there as well. Yeah. I was ready to long. Actually, I was ready to long 23,035, something like that. And I was planning if we had that level and if we had that move and I would have long, I think that I was going to do those trades where you just leave them to run all day. You know? Yeah. Oh, exactly. So we did close above 276, but it's still about what stocks are holding too. The only thing that makes noise in my head is that the reaction from 150 was, yes, I'm not gonna be in disagree with that. It was really strong, but immediately got stopped at 270 to 80. That makes me wonder if they want price to range here all day, because that, like you said, that 5 minute candle of 100 points usually ends up with a more stronger continuation, and it ended up closing, and then what? Maybe 20 points more it did up, and then got stalled. So I think that this area is going to be tough. Here to 350 is going to be tough. Yes. If somebody here is long from 150, bang. Somebody other than who
I
had the
closed mine.
balls.
The balls? I just posted in the chat, guys. So yesterday I noticed that there was a 6 minute supply, like 359 to 389. So we were like rejecting that price twice last night and then once at closing yesterday. So just be wary of that. There are a lot of sellers right there. Um
That's where my phone is. I'm one of them. I'm one of those sellers.
okay. I mean, yeah, there's supply there. So but we can definitely, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not in any trades right now. I took my 3-to-1 twice on that trade. So, um, let's see what happens. Are you guys in a one right now? There you go, dude. Sorry, micros. Uh, mm-hmm. It's rejecting. It's like that 273 area. Um, it has like a lot of reactions right there. So we a lot.
Yes,
So
that's what scares me is that this candle didn't close above the 287. If it had closed above the 287, I would kind of change my bias of going down. But because the candle closed way below it, still gives me a bias of going down. So
Oh, like consecutively higher closes, you mean?
Mm.
Um,
So maybe a call right here. Yeah, 345. I do see that. And if it bounces back to the 303, got it. Okay. I think
I don't know. I don't think I was
that,
here.
yeah, I don't, oh, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. Yes, yes, 314. So this is something I tested about maybe 6 or 7 months ago. I noticed that on the 5 minute, after we complete a 5 wave down or a 5 waves up, we always go to the 200 on the 5 minute, almost always. So if you count your 5 waves down, you can always look up to your 200, and the market is going to go attempt to find the 200. It can also surpass the 200, but at minimum is going to go to the 200. And that's where I have my 200 for 5 minute, which is the 314. So I
Well, it
tried
did
to,
reject off that area, so that's good. You know,
yes,
good analysis.
it almost always happens. It almost always happens that way after you complete 5 waves down or 5 waves up.
Good job.
Absolutely. We I agree. I think and I don't even know why I traded. I literally just blew one of my cash accounts after making 900 trying to get out of the short on Trade of 8, and Trade of 8 doesn't allow you to go in and out, and it shot back up and then kept going and then just took me to a negative 2000.
Oh, that breaks my heart. I'm sorry to hear that.
That's
That's
uh, so this is definitely, I have one more account with Trade of 8 and I'm doing all my stuff on Top Step X. I can't trade off of this. It's a really good, I love the prop firm, but I can't use the charts
Oh, on Trade of Eight?
on Trade of 8. Yes. It's
I
terrible.
I love No, I love trading on TradingView. So, like, if I have a prop firm that allows me to use Trade I then just connect it to my TradingView, and I love TradingView. So let's.
Absolutely love TradingView. The only reason why I'm on Trade of 8 because that's what they make me use.
Okay.
No, I
Well,
absolutely love TradingView.
so look at it was having difficulty crossing that 314 area. I actually got in short at 310, and I'm holding it with the stop loss at 316. Just to see because on like a 3 minute chart, you can see that it's sort of respecting like a small downtrend. So, huh? I don't know what that terminology is. So, hanging man. Um, oh, it looks like I might get stopped out. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. I don't even know. Okay. Right. Yeah. I need to learn how to hold a runner. I don't mind taking a 3-to-1 trade on most of my position. But maybe like moving forward, I'll do one additional bracket order with like a huge profit target. That way, that'll be my runner. You know. But I need to learn how to do that. Maybe you will help me to figure that out one day.
Correct.
Only. So if you look at the 30-minute candle right now, we are 170 points bounce from the move down. So, but the volume compared to the candle before is still not above it. So I'm still biased to short, the top, maybe 350, something like that.
I actually took a long from 273. I'm holding it, so
Nice,
Very
yeah.
good.
nice,
I'm up about 200 points at the moment.
beautiful.
Wait, were you in at 173 or 273?
273.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I think that's good. Good hold. We need to see some price action above like the 330 area, 335. Like to really sustain this long. I'm looking, you guys, to see like price action, what it's telling us right now. We're still in the range. It's respecting this range. So, I need some confirmations, but I'm not getting them.
Yep. The only thing that all this I'm looking at all other data like stocks, and it's very mixed. You have some green, some reds. I think that market is not completely decided on if it wants to keep longing or stalling here.
Mm,
So we're just gonna have to wait.
okay.
So what would I love? What would,
You're right.
yeah. So what would I love for my M30 candle strat is for the
Mhm.
next, let's say this candle closes where it is now. I would like for the next candle to open to go back down to 259 to 60. And if it touches there and it starts to, fast going up, entering long at 290, because that would mean that it probably is going to be a fake down, and then boom, it's going to kick below above. But if I don't see on the next 30-minute candles, I don't see a nice pullback down first, I'm not long in it either, because it can go 20 points more up and then start going down again, or range. So I need my movement for confirming my entry.
Okay.
Dude, do you want to share your screen? Yeah, sadly, it was a day where there was too much hanging on the balance for me to do a trade. You- I have s- I have zero issues with that, bro. It's just the fact that when I can do it, I have no problem in doing it. Next week we'll do another one for sure. Yeah, I have no
Yeah,
issues, bro.
I enjoyed him today. Great job.
Yep.
All
I just
right.
took profit, made $400 off of that.
Congrats.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
It's never bad to take profits. Never bad.
Yes, I was
So
just trying to secure profit because I entered in prematurely and then I was negative. So I was just trying to get it back to in profit.
don't worry about it.
Great
There's
job.
never wrong with TP.
I'm sorry. Well, I got introduced to trading like 4 years ago, but I didn't take it seriously until this year. And I'm actually starting to see some progress. This is technically the first account I've had positive since I started trading this year. So I'm taking it slow.
Bravo.
You did, dude. Yeah, you did. I messaged you in the Top Step Discord, because I wanted some advice because I wanted to see how I could sustain profitability, and you introduced me to the server, and I think it's been a real help.
That's beautiful. Cute.
You just made his day. You just made his day. For sure.
Thank
Take
you.
care. No worries, bro. Anytime.
Bye.